Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope forecast for week commencing the 30th of December for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. This week begins with the Sun combining with Jupiter. This is a wonderful energy of growth. We had it last week, but they're still together on Monday and Tuesday. So this is a really wonderful combination to have to bring the curtain down on 2019. But it is a week when we are going to have the shift on Friday of Mars into the sign of Sagittarius. Now, it has been going through the sign of Scorpio, which it governs over the previous 5.5 weeks before this week. But I think this move into Sagittarius is quite expansive and it's quite optimistic. But the energy that's building up is very much focused on the sign of Capricorn with the stellium that's developing in that sign. And of course, Saturn and Pluto are getting ever closer together, ready for the exact conjunction which begins on the 6th of January, but peaks in its absolute entirety on the 12th in that alliance that we've all been speaking and thinking about on the 12th of January. But this week, Venus and the Sun are actually forging, Venus in the sociable sign of Aquarius, are actually forging a semi-sextile to Neptune. So our ability to tune into others is actually going to be really crucial, particularly as when this new year begins, the moon is going to be alongside Neptune in the sign of Pisces. So that's a very perceptive rendering influence. It's asking us not to ignore how we feel, how we might get an instinct about something. So that's an energy that can really guide us throughout 2020 if we think of this as being our solar return overview forecast. But also, I feel that this influence of Neptune can make us much more mindful of those who are less fortunate, of perhaps being more concerned with making sure that any desires we have for success and ambition and status and more material push, which comes through this Capricornian guise, is tempered by a more spiritual dimension. So that's something we really can gain. But also at the turn of the year, Jupiter and Mercury are in a glorious combination, and they are angling across to Uranus. So thinking outside the box is going to be especially important. But the interesting thing with Uranus in the sign of Taurus, as it has been since last March, and of course there was that 5-month sojourn in 2018 from mid-May to mid-October, the thing about Uranus in Taurus, it's about asking us to break down the things that we actually like to keep fairly static, that we like to have routine around, that we could be a bit more rigid around. So what we're being asked to do is shake up our ideas, be more open-minded, be more enterprising, but at the same time trying to find solutions which are quite tangible. That's coming through the earth influence of both Taurus and Capricorn. So it's a very interesting week. We also have a quarter moon, which is in the sign of Aries on Friday, and that's angling to the Sun in Capricorn. So it's possible that the desire or the demand to be more orthodox or to fit in with what's expected, which comes through Capricornian energy, could be challenged by you, by me, by the people who want to set their own path in 2020, be more creative, but at the same time do achieve some kind of significant or substantive success. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Good luck and goodbye. Your specific forecast, Leo, shows the combination between the Sun and Jupiter on Monday and Tuesday could see you mixing and mingling with people, and if you're playing host, you'll probably want to lay on a really well organised and really lovely reception for anyone you spend time with. But at a more serious level, this transit into the new year is an opportunity for you to think about your relationships, but particularly about who does and contributes what in close relationships. I think you're going to be looking for a fairer distribution, particularly if you've shown a lot of commitment, hard work, and even sacrifice over the last couple of years. But with Uranus in a very worldly part of your situation, flagging up the potential to be more imaginative about the type of roles that you can have in 2020, forging a great link with the luck maker Jupiter and Mercury. A conversation you have can really get you thinking about how you can tap into your true creative talents, but staying exactly as you are may not be a choice. With Mars moving on Friday into the sign of Sagittarius, your sister fire sign, this is going to give you a real gush of extra confidence. You can also feel a lot more attractive and alluring. So if you're hitting the sales, the chances are you're going to want to give yourself a little bit of a makeover. But I do feel for a lot of Leos, getting fitter and more organised is going to be high up your priorities as you burst into the new year. It's been a real pleasure being with you. If you'd like to go beyond your zodiac sign and discover what 2020 will hold for you based on your personal birth data of time, date and place of birth, please see the link beneath this video. You can get the rest of this year free and 30% off. But for now, good luck and goodbye.